discovery of neutron in this particular class. So how the neutron was discovered in the year 1932 by a famous English scientist called as Chadwick. And what are the circumstances leading to the discovery of neutron? Let us see. Here, first of all, the scientists, they were teacher and student. We have Both and Becker. Both and Becker. They were from Germany. Who is the teacher and who is the student? So Both was the teacher and Becker was the student. So they were doing research. So Both was the guide as well as teacher of Becker. Becker was the student. What they were doing? What study they were doing? So they were studying with the hitting of or interaction of alpha particle with beryllium. You know, source of alpha particle like polonium. So from polonium, alpha particles can be made to come out, and this alpha particle, if you take one, if you consider one alpha particle, the interaction of alpha particle with beryllium. So they were studying that, and when the interaction of the beryllium, that is this 4 beryllium 9 with the alpha particle, they found, they detected radiations. They detected the radiations, and these radiations, which were not at all affected by the electric and magnetic field, and therefore they were neutral particles, and the radiation was consisting of the neutral particles, and according to their knowledge, so the alpha, beta, gamma, and all of these three, so gamma is uncharged. So whenever they observe, when they detected the radiations there due to this reaction, and since they are uncharged, so they called and they assumed that the particles which are emitted along with this 6013 in this particular reaction, they thought that they are gamma particles, or the radiation which was detected was the gamma. So this was their assumption in this particular reaction. And what was the energy of the alpha particle which was given? This energy was about 5 MeV. 5 MeV. This was the energy of the alpha particle which was made to interact with this, and they observed the energy of these gamma particles as 7 MeV. 7 MeV. So the energy of this gamma particle was about 7 MeV. Okay, so these are the work done by Both and Becker. They studied, they detected the radiations which are emitted in this particular reaction. Okay, their work was over. Okay, then, so very interestingly, the research continued. The research continued, and the new persons or the new scientists who came into picture now at this particular stage are Curie and Joliet. Curie and Joliet. You will be curious about knowing who is this Curie. You know, Marie Curie and Pierre Curie, two great scientists who worked in the field of radioactivity, who got Nobel Prize for their work in physics as well as chemistry. We have Marie Curie was the great scientist. Then, who is this Curie? She is not Marie Curie, because he is not the Pierre Curie, and this Curie is continue. So consequently, the work what they carried out. So what they did is these gamma radiations. We have the 7 MeV gamma radiations. What they did? They made these 7 MeV gamma particles to pass through paraffin or water. Say you consider paraffin. They made to in this particular reaction is gamma or any other particle. Till now they assumed that it was gamma only, and even these scientists also assumed that it is gamma particle only. The difficulty came here when they get 6 MeV proton. Therefore, there was a confusion whether this particle is gamma or any other particle. So this was the confusion. Okay, now the very interesting stage reached. And what is that interesting stage now? Interesting stage is a new scientist came into picture. He entered into the forum. Who is that scientist? He is nothing but Chadwick. Chadwick. He was a scientist from England, Chadwick. He tried to solve this particular issue. So what is that? Then what he told, according to Chadwick, the particles which are emitted in this particular reaction are not gamma particles. They are named by a different name. Then what is the name of the particle which is emitted here? So according to Chadwick, the particle here is not gamma. According to him, he named this particle as neutron. Here comes the discovery of neutron. So he told that the particle emitted here with the 7 MeV of energy, it is not gamma, it is neutron. And then he told that the reason for the emission of this proton from the paraffin is due to collision of the neutron. So here it should be neutron due to emission of the proton from the paraffin is due to the collision of this neutron which is applied to the paraffin and the proton inside, and this neutron will make the proton to come out of this particular hydrogen rich substance, and he called this as neutron. And he also assumed, and he also told that it is neutral particle. Neutron is neutral particle. So it was same just like gamma, neutral. It is not having any charge. But he told that the mass of the neutron is same as that of proton. So that is the reason why the collision of neutron causes the knocking out of proton from this particular element. Since they are having comparable masses, so neutron is having the comparable mass with that of the proton. The mass of the proton and neutron are almost the same. So that is the reason why the proton comes out even if the energy is less, about 7 MeV. And then he modified this particular reaction. So actually he told that the reaction, so he named this reaction, or he told that the reaction is 4 beryllium 9 plus, so here the same reaction, 4 beryllium 9 plus 2 helium 4, giving rise to 6C12. 6C12, not 13. 6C12 plus 0N1. Which is this particle? This is nothing but neutron. Note that this is neutron. And since they are uncharged, since neutron is uncharged, it can penetrate more into the medium. This is the reason. So they are having high penetrating power. So it was observed here also. This gamma is also having high penetrating power. Similar to gamma, neutrons are also having high penetrating power because the neutrons are uncharged particles. Therefore, they can penetrate more into the medium. They Rutherford in 1910 to 1920. In that particular period, he was a student and he was working under Rutherford. Later, he continued his work and he was working here and he explained or discovered neutron in the year 1932. So, this is the story of discovery of neutron. Okay, then anyhow, as you know in physics, we assume the things. Then how to ensure that it is neutron? How to give the proof that this is the neutron? So that is very important. Then only people can believe. So this was done by Chadwick by his experiment. So there is Chadwick's experiment which proves that the particle which is emitted in this particular case is neutron. What is that? This is Chadwick's experiment. We have the experiment here. Okay, this is the experimental setup. So Chadwick's experiment we can call it Chadwick's experiment. So in this experiment, what are the elements or components we are having? So one is this particular evacuated tube. Say we have here, this is the source of alpha particle. He kept a source of alpha particle from where alpha particles are emitted. And then, so this is the source of alpha particle. Source of alpha particle. And this is the beryllium target. Beryllium target. Beryllium, this target material is kept here. This is the beryllium. And then here there is a chamber called as an ionization chamber. Ionization chamber. What is this ionization chamber? In the ionization chamber, the flow of ions into it will show the current pulse there. Charge. Any charged particle entering into the ionization chamber, that will show its count, how many charges are being entered by a current pulse. So there will be screen and all that, and that will show you the graph, the current pulse it will give you. So then it will show. So ionization chamber will give you the counts, the number of the charged particles which are entering here there, and proportional to that number it will give you the current pulse also. So that is what we have ionization chamber, and this is the window of the ionization chamber here. And then here this will be connected to the detector and counter. So detector and counter. The arrow mark is shown here. So here this detects the charged particles here and it sends like this, and it will be connected to detector and counter, where it will give you the current pulse. You can observe the number, and this is the ionization chamber. Okay, this is the experimental setup. Then how that experiment was done, how he proved that the particles are neutrons in this particular reaction, whenever the alpha particle hits the beryllium target, then neutrons are emitted. So this was the idea given by the Chadwick, and how he proved it. It is like this: he kept a source of alpha particle, then alpha particles are emitted here, and these alpha particles will be falling to beryllium. Then as it is told, that should be emission of what? Emission of neutrons. So neutrons are being emitted. So these are neutrons which are emitted from the beryllium as told by Chadwick. Earlier these scientists, both and Becker, told that it was gamma, but he told that these are neutrons. Then since these are neutrons, he has to prove it. Since these are neutrons, he had to prove that these are neutrons. Okay, these are neutrons according to Chadwick. Neutrons. And then what he made, these neutrons were made to fall through the window into the ionization chamber. Then what should be the particular concept, and what will occur there whenever these neutrons fall to the window and enter into the ionization chamber? Since neutrons are uncharged, there should not be any current pulse. They are uncharged. Ionization chamber will detect only charged particles. Neutron is uncharged. Therefore, there should be no number of counts appearing in the detector or counter. The same thing happened. The same thing happened. When these neutrons made to fall inside, the current pulse was almost very less. Very less. Number was very less. So very few number of charged particles were detected anyhow. And what is the reason he gave for the detection of very few number of charged particles or current, a small current pulse appearing there? So he told the reason is these neutrons, after entering into the ionization chamber, with the walls of this ionization chamber, this neutron will interact, and because of that, very few charged particles or ions may be created. Very few ions may be created. Since ions positive, negative, since ions are there, so those ions which are created from the walls of the container, there may be a few number and very small current pulse observed in the ionization chamber. Very few, but it is negligible. We can call it as zero counts. No current pulse only. Even if it is there, it will be very minute. So this was the observation in this particular experiment. Okay, then how can you say that this is the neutron? Then, okay, now very interestingly, in the next stage of the experiment, what he did, so this was intact. Alpha particles are emitted, falling to the beryllium target. Neutrons are being emitted, they are falling to the ionization chamber. Anyhow, we are getting very few pulse, very small pulse. You are getting. Okay, then in the next stage, what he did, he kept a paraffin slab. Very important. This is the paraffin slab. He kept a paraffin there. Anyhow, paraffin substance he kept there. Then what happens? The paraffin, as I told, is a hydrogen-rich element, hydrogen-rich substance. Paraffin. So when as it was observed by Curie and Joule, what should happen? When the neutrons fall to the paraffin, the protons should be emitted, isn't it? The protons should be emitted, they should be knocked out from the paraffin. So the same thing occurred. When these neutrons were made to fall to the paraffin, then what happened? So suddenly he observed the counts there, he was observing the counts. Suddenly counts raised. Current pulse raised to the high value. The current pulse raised to the high value. The detection. Then what is the reason? The reason is this. He explained. When these neutrons fall to the paraffin, protons will be created. These protons will enter into the ionization chamber. Since protons are charged particles, this ionization chamber will give you the number of counts proportional to the number of charges carried by the protons, and hence high current pulse can be observed. It was observed. Then this proves what? This proves that the emitted particle here in this particular setup should be neutrons only. If they are not neutrons, it is not possible to knock out the proton from the paraffin. And hence, since they are proton, here we are getting high current pulse. So this is the proof that the emitted particles are neutrons according to this particular reaction. They are not gamma. If they are gamma, then if these are gamma, then here it is according to this fact only. If they are gamma of that 7 MeV, it is not possible to make the protons to come out of this paraffin. So it was the same explanation as given. So thus this is the discovery of neutron. That is what we are dealing. Very important discovery of neutron. They can ask for 4 months. Even the experiment showing the discovery of neutron, very important. Just you can summarize that first, the scientists more than like neutrons are entering into the NH chamber. And whenever paraffin is introduced, these neutrons produce protons, and those protons are charged particles entering into the ionization chamber. Therefore, high current is observed. So this proves that the particles emitted are neutrons. Okay. Then, just a small point about the classification of neutrons. How the according to the energy of the neutrons. According to the energy, we have the neutrons of different ranges of energy. So usually broad classification, slow and fast neutrons. Slow and fast neutrons. If the energy of the neutron is in the range 0 to 1000 electron volts. 1000 electron volts. Then this is a slow neutron. This is slow neutron. According to the energy they are classified 0 to 1000. And what is the fast neutron? Fast neutron 0.5 MeV. 0.5 MeV to above 0.5 MeV. About 0.5 to say 10 MeV, we can say 0.5 to 10 MeV. The energy, the neutrons are fast neutrons. Sometimes the range may vary. Accordingly, it is the broad classification according to the energy. Anyhow, high energy neutrons are fast neutrons. Low energy neutrons are slow neutrons. And again, if the neutrons passing through a medium, if the neutrons, if you consider slow neutrons, if they are passing through a medium, and if those neutrons are in thermal equilibrium with the medium, thermal equilibrium, you know the equilibrium. So whenever the neutrons which are passing through the medium are in thermal equilibrium with the medium, then they are called as thermal neutrons. Thermal neutrons. So important term here. Thermal neutrons are important here. For nuclear reactions we make use of thermal neutrons. So what are thermal neutrons? They are the slow neutrons which are in thermal equilibrium with the medium. So classification, slow neutrons and fast neutrons. Okay. So this is enough today. Thank you very much.